Let me tell you something that's going to make you uncomfortable. 99% of people will never be rich. Not because they're not smart enough. Not because they don't work hard enough. But because they've been programmed to stay poor. And they don't even know it. The question you need to ask yourself right now is, are you one of them? Or are you ready to break free from the poverty cycle and join the 1% who actually build wealth? If you're tired of being broke, tired of struggling, and ready to learn what the wealthy know that you don't, hit that subscribe button right now, because what I'm about to share with you is going to shatter everything you thought you knew about money. Here's the truth nobody wants to hear. The system is designed to keep you poor. Your education taught you how to be an employee, not an owner. Your parents told you to get a good job and work hard, but they're still broke too. Society sold you a dream of security that's really a prison. And now you're stuck in the rat race, wondering why you can't get ahead no matter how hard you work. Today, I'm going to expose the 7 lies that keep 99% of people poor and show you exactly what the wealthy do differently. Stay with me until the end, because your financial future depends on understanding this. Lie 1. Education guarantees success. The education system was designed to create employees, not millionaires. They told you to go to school, get good grades, go to college, get a degree, and you'll be successful. That's the biggest lie ever sold. You know what you got? Student loan debt and a job that barely pays your bills. The education system isn't teaching you how to build wealth, it's teaching you how to work for someone who did. Look at the wealthiest people in the world. Bill Gates dropped out. Mark Zuckerberg dropped out. Steve Jobs dropped out. Elon Musk has a degree, but he didn't get rich from what he learned in school. He got rich from what he learned building businesses. The school system teaches you to memorize information and follow instructions. But wealth comes from creating value, solving problems, and taking risks that schools never teach you to take. I'm not saying education is worthless. I'm saying formal education alone will never make you rich. It will make you qualified for a job, and a job will make you a living, but it won't make you wealthy. The 1% understand that real education happens outside the classroom in books they read by choice, mentors they seek out, and experiences they invest in. Starting today, commit to self-education. Read books on business, investing, and wealth building. Listen to podcasts from people who've actually built fortunes. Take courses on skills that generate income, not just credentials. The 1% never stop learning, but they're learning things that make them money, not just things that look good on a resume. Invest in knowledge that pays dividends. Lie 2. Work hard and you'll get rich. Hard work makes your boss rich. Smart work makes you rich. You've been grinding your whole life, working overtime, sacrificing weekends, putting in the hours. And you know what you have to show for it? Maybe a raise that doesn't even keep up with inflation. Meanwhile, your boss is buying a second home. Why? Because you're working hard in the system, while they're working smart in the system. The 99% trade time for money. They clock in, do their job, clock out, get paid. But there's a ceiling to how much you can make when you're trading time for money because you only have 24 hours in a day. The 1% figured out how to make money without trading their time. They build systems. They create assets. They leverage other people's time, money, and expertise. You think your boss works harder than you? Hell no. But they make 10 times what you make because they own the business while you work in it. They understand leverage. They understand that one smart decision, hiring the right people, creating the right system, making the right investment, can generate more wealth than a lifetime of hard work. Stop measuring your worth by how many hours you work. Start measuring it by how much value you create. Ask yourself, how can I leverage my time? How can I create something that generates income without me actively working. Start that side business. Winnie 4. Winnie 4. Winnie 4. Winnie 4. Winnie 4. Winnie 4. Create that digital product. Build that investment portfolio. The 1% work smart. Leverage resources. And multiply their impact. Time to do the same. Lie 3. Save your money and you'll be fine. Savers stay broke. Investors get rich. Your parents told you to save money. Put it in the bank. Be responsible. And you listened. Now you've got $10,000 in a savings account earning 0.5% interest, while inflation is eating away 3 to 7% of its value every year. Congratulations, you're getting poorer while thinking you're being financially responsible. The 99% save money. The 1% invest money. There's a massive difference. Saving is defensive. You're protecting what you have. Investing is offensive. You're growing what you have. Savings accounts don't build wealth. Investments do. The wealthy put their money to work. They buy assets that appreciate: real estate, stocks, businesses, intellectual property. While you're saving money in a bank, making the bank rich, they're investing money in assets that make them richer. Here's what nobody told you. Your savings are being destroyed by inflation. That money sitting in your account is losing value every single day. The 1% know this, so they move their money out of cash and into investments as fast as possible. They understand that cash is trash and assets are king. Open an investment account today. I don't care if you start with $50 or $500. Start investing. Buy index funds. Buy dividend stocks. Buy real estate investment trusts. Educate yourself on investing and start putting your money to work. The 1% don't let their money sit idle. They put it to work, generating more money. Stop being a saver. Become an investor. Lie 4. Debt is bad. Poor people fear debt. Rich people use debt to build empires. You've been taught that all debt is bad. Stay out of debt. Pay off your credit cards. Don't borrow money. And that advice keeps you poor. Why? Because you don't understand the difference between good debt and bad debt. Bad debt makes you poorer: credit cards for things you don't need. Car loans for depreciating assets. Consumer debt that drains your income. That's the debt the 99% drown in. But good debt? Good debt makes you richer. The 1% use debt strategically to build wealth. They borrow money at low interest rates to buy assets that generate higher returns. They leverage other people's money to build businesses, buy real estate, and create income streams. While you're scared of debt, they're using it to multiply their wealth. Think about it. Every major real estate investor uses debt. Every successful business owner uses debt. Every corporation uses debt. They understand leverage. If you can borrow money at 4% interest and invest it in something that returns 10%, you just made 6% profit on money that wasn't even yours. That's how the rich get richer. Stop being afraid of debt and start understanding leverage. Educate yourself on good debt versus bad debt. If you can borrow money to invest in something that generates income, a rental property, a business, education that increases your earning potential, that's good debt. Use it wisely. The 1% aren't debt-free. They're strategic about debt. Learn the difference and use it to your advantage. Lie 5. There's not enough money to go around. Scarcity is a mindset. Abundance is a reality. You grew up hearing, money doesn't grow on trees. We can't afford that. Rich people are greedy. You were programmed with a scarcity mindset that keeps you poor. You believe that if someone else gets rich, there's less for you. That's a poverty mentality, and it's killing your chances of ever building wealth. The 1% operate from an abundance mindset. They understand that wealth isn't a pie where someone else's slice makes yours smaller. Wealth is created. Value is created. Money is infinite if you know how to create value. When someone becomes a billionaire, they didn't take money from you. They created something valuable that people willingly paid for. Your scarcity mindset shows up everywhere. You're afraid to invest because you might lose money. You're afraid to start a business because it might fail. You're afraid to ask for a raise because they might say no. Fear-based, scarcity-driven decisions keep you exactly where you are. Meanwhile, the wealthy take calculated risks because they believe in abundance and their ability to create value. Start rewiring your money mindset today. Every time you catch yourself thinking, I can't afford it, change it to, how can I afford it? Stop saying, there's not enough. Start saying, there's more than enough for everyone, including me. Read books on abundance. Study wealthy people. Surround yourself with people who think abundantly. Your mindset determines your financial reality. Change the mindset. Change the reality. Lie 6. Money is the root of all evil. Money isn't evil. Poverty is. They told you money is the root of all evil. Rich people are greedy. Wealthy people are corrupt. So you sabotage yourself every time you get close to success because deep down, you believe that being rich makes you a bad person. That belief is keeping you broke, and it's exactly what the system wants you to believe. Let me tell you what's actually evil. Not having money to feed your family. Not having money to get health care. Not having money to help people you love. Not having money to pursue your purpose. Poverty is evil. Money is just a tool. It amplifies who you already are. If you're a good person, money makes you a better person because now you can do more good. If you're a bad person, money makes you worse. But money itself is neutral. The 1% don't have guilt about money. They don't apologize for being wealthy. They understand that money is power. Power to create, power to help, power to change lives. While you're feeling guilty about wanting to be rich, they're building empires and creating generational wealth without a second thought. Release your guilt about wanting money. Write down all your negative beliefs about wealth and wealthy people. Then challenge each one. Replace money as evil with money as a tool for good. Replace rich people are greedy with wealthy people create value. You cannot attract what you secretly resent. Make peace with money. See it as the tool it is. The 1% have no guilt about pursuing wealth, and neither should you. Lie 7. You need money to make money. You don't need money to make money. You need value creation. This is the ultimate excuse. I can't start a business because I don't have capital. I can't invest because I'm broke. I need money to make money. That's a lie that keeps you stuck forever. The truth? You need value creation to make money. And value creation starts with $0. Look at the people who built fortunes from nothing. They didn't have money. They had ideas. They had skills. They had determination. They created value first. Then the money followed. You can start a service business with nothing but your skills and a phone. You can create digital products with nothing but knowledge and a laptop. You can build an audience with nothing but value and consistency. The 99% wait for permission. They wait for the perfect circumstances. They wait for startup capital. They wait forever, and nothing happens. The 1% start with what they have. They create value first, build momentum, and then leverage that into wealth. They understand that money follows value, not the other way around. Stop waiting for money to start. Start creating value today with what you have right now. You have skills. Offer them as services. You have knowledge. Create content. You have time. Build something. The 1% didn't wait for perfect conditions. They created value, solved problems, and served people. The money came after. Start today with $0, but infinite creativity. Now you know the 7 lies that keep 99% of people poor. The question is, which lie have you been believing? Which one are you going to reject today? Drop a comment below and tell me which lie you're breaking free from. Let's build wealth together. Let me leave you with this truth. You are not destined to be part of the 99%. You're not condemned to struggle financially for the rest of your life. But you have to make a choice. Right now. Are you going to keep believing the lies that society programmed into you? Or are you going to wake up, reject those lies, and start operating like the 1%? The 1% aren't smarter than you. They're not more talented. They're not luckier. They just think differently about money. They invest instead of save. They use leverage instead of just working hard. They create value instead of trading time. They embrace abundance instead of scarcity. They see money as a tool instead of evil. They start with nothing and build everything. You can do the same. But it starts with a decision. A decision to reject the poverty programming. A decision to educate yourself about real wealth building. A decision to take action despite fear. A decision to think, act, and operate like someone who's destined for wealth. So here's your choice. Stay in the 99% with everyone else who's broke and making excuses, or join the 1% who understand how money really works and are building empires while everyone else is sleeping. Pick one strategy from this video and implement it today. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. Open that investment account. Start that side business. Change your money mindset. Read that book on wealth. Take action. Because the 1% got there by doing what the 99% refused to do. And if you want different results, you need to make different choices. If this video woke you up, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who's stuck in the 99% mentality and needs to hear this truth. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and let's build wealth together. The 1% is waiting for you. Now go claim your spot.